Firstly, it's going to benefit middle class in an awesome manner because middle class has been seeking concrete relief in the past 3 4 years. Yes, situation was not such that because of corona, post corona, Russia Ukraine war was there, so global economy was not performing very well. Perhaps why the government perhaps couldn't do that, but now it's a huge booster dose. It's a bumper budget because 12 lakh exemption means a lot. Now, anybody earning up to 12 lakh rupees, if he is self-employed, and anybody earning up to 12 lakh 75,000 rupees in case he is an employee, he doesn't have to pay any taxes. That's a huge relief for the Indian middle class, which was feeling deprived. Secondly, now this would increase consumption a lot because middle class, now when they'll have money in their hand, they'll go and fulfill their small desires, small aspirations, going with the family to movies, restaurants, shopping. What this means is lots and lots of tax generation, GDP growth, employment generation, because now middle class would go out, buy a bike for 1 lakh rupees, buy a car for 5 lakh, 6 lakh rupees. Now let me tell you, if a car is bought, around 10,000 people get direct and indirect employment. If a bike is bought, 6,000 people get employment directly and indirectly. Now the question which you asked, a very nice question, what would happen to the GDP? What would happen to the tax collection? Let me tell you, this would increase tax collection. People would get surprised by my reply that, Mr. Jindal, on one hand, you are exempting people up to 12 lakhs. How would it increase? Because people would go and consume. Consumption would mean that companies who are involved in consumption, like a company who is making bikes, a company who is making cars, a company who is selling flats, they'll have much more higher business. So the corporate tax collection, which is a part of income tax, is going to boom. That's going to compensate for the loss in individual income tax. So overall, on one hand, it would give benefit to middle class, awesome benefit, huge benefit. It's going to increase employment opportunities, which is required in our country. It's going to generate GDP growth. It's going to increase indirect tax collection, GST collection, and income tax also collection is going to increase. That's what my calculation is. I can tell you about the areas where consumption is going to grow.
Yeah.
Consumption is going to grow. Firstly, what are the middle class aspirations? Middle class, they want to go in for movies. So, of course, all these people involved in the entertainment sector are going to benefit. Then they want to go in for eateries and restaurants. They are going to benefit. Then they want to go in for excursions, small picnics, domestic tourism. That's going to benefit. Then two-wheelers, middle class, youth particularly, and people in late 20s, early 30s, they want to buy more and more two-wheelers, so they'll have money to go and buy a two-wheeler. Then people would go in for four-wheelers. So I think overall consumption would be boosted. I wouldn't take the name of any specific company, but overall, whether it's catering, whether it's movies, whether it's entertainment industry, whether it's retail, shopping, or if you talk companies manufacturing two-wheelers, cars, they'll have lots of demand now because middle class has lots of aspirations. So I'm not naming any company, but overall in general, all these areas there's going to be lot of consumption now because middle class has lot of aspiration. India, earlier we were a country of savers, now we are a country of spenders. So once they'll have money in their hand, they'll go and spend. See, nuclear energy is very important for us. See, as India is growing, we are the fastest growing economy amongst major economies. We are growing faster than US, China. So we have to compete with the Americas and Chinas. So we need lots of energy. Nuclear energy is one big source. Now, as far as I think I'm concerned is, my analysis says that yes, this government is a practical government. They take targets only where they can achieve. So I think fixing a target itself acts as an incentive to grow. It acts as a catalyst to grow up to that level. So I think fixing a high target means that now there would be attempts, there would be total effort towards achieving that target. Even if we don't achieve that target totally, but if we are closer to that, that's also going to benefit us because the way we are growing, the way what we are targeting, we need lots and lots of energy requirement to grow, to have a developed India, Viksit Bharat by 2047. We need lots of energy, and nuclear energy is one important sector from where we can derive energy.